Hi there, my name is Lisa Apia and welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're talking about the education summary on your resume. Where does it go? Should you include the year of completion of your degree? What information should you include in that section? I am answering all those questions and more, so let's get right into it. So starting off, when it comes to your education summary on your resume, the place you should put it kind of depends on your professional level. So if you are a recent graduate or maybe even still a student, you will most likely consider putting your education summary at the top of your resume before your professional experience. The reason for that is that you may not yet have a lot of professional experience, but you may have some academic achievements that you want to highlight in your education summary. So that is why you'll put it higher up in your resume. On the other hand, you are a mid-level professional or even an executive, you want to consider putting your education towards the end of your resume. The reason for that is that you now have lots of career experience, actual accomplishments that you have in your industry, in your previous roles. Those are the things that you want to highlight starting on the first page of your resume. So that is where your education summary will go depending on your professional level. Now, to answer the question, what information should you include in your education summary? You want to include the name of the diploma, the degree, or the certificate. If there was an area of specialization, you definitely want to add that. You want to add the name of the institution where you completed the degree, and then you also want to add the city and state or the city and province. When it comes to the year of completion, because ageism is real and it does happen in the workforce, it is recommended that you do not include the year of completion. Once again, for people who are more recent graduates, you may decide that you want to include that information. Just keeping in mind that ageism can work both ways, right? Sometimes we've seen the perspective where a person is not considered for a position because they are too recent of a graduate, even though they may have the qualifications and the experience that is required for the role. So always keep that in mind. The next thing I want to get into is a question I get a lot about: what do I do if I have not yet completed my degree? Or what do I do if I didn't complete the degree or the diploma at all? So let me tackle the first question. If it's still in progress, you can write "in progress" on your resume, or you can state the date of expected completion on your resume. Now, if you're in the second category where you did not complete the degree or the diploma, but you did complete some courses, what you can do is you can state the names of the courses that you completed. You don't want a laundry list of courses on your resume, so you have to be strategic with this. You can select the most relevant courses that really have to do with the kind of role that you're targeting, and you can put those courses on your resume. Another thing you can do, let's say it was a 90 credit degree and you completed 60 credits. You can say completed 60 credits of and then stating the degree that you completed. So completed 60 credits of a bachelor's in marketing, for example. Another way that you can go about it, let's say you completed the first year of the program, you can say completed year 1 of a bachelor's degree in marketing, for example. So I hope you found this video helpful in terms of how to write the education summary on your resume. I have another video where I share 8 common mistakes that people make when writing resumes, and I'm sharing the link right here so that you can go right into that video. So I'll see you there.